This is a quick presentation on Bezier curves and how they're implemented in GraphPad. If we go into curves mode and we have the mode set to an open curve and we draw on the screen, we'll create a series of connected Bezier curves. Now if we go into points mode, we can actually manipulate these curves. We'll notice that an individual curve is defined by two endpoints in blue and two control points, and that as they're connected, one endpoint of one curve is the beginning endpoint of a second curve. And with those two connected control points, we can actually manipulate the curve. And so if we grab an endpoint, a control point, we can see that we're actually able to alter the curve shape, and we can grab the endpoint of the curve and actually move the curve, and it will move the two control points as well. Now we can also use the selection area, and then we can actually move points and control points individually. So we can use this selection area, we'll grab this control point, and now we can alter the control point for one line without affecting the connected line's control point. And so we can make sharp angles, and so we can make this wave type situation, and we can also grab the control point or the endpoint of the line and move that endpoint independent of its two control points. In a similar fashion, we can create a larger selection area, grab all 3 points, and then go ahead and move the entire set. Okay. If we, on the other hand, grabbed a control point and moved it, it would automatically cause the mirror point, is what I'm referring to it, the control point associated with the connected line to snap into 180 degrees. And of course we can actually do the undo button to fix that. Now what we can do, we can actually connect Bezier curves just by taking the endpoint and moving it together on top of it. And now we'll notice that the control points start moving in tandem again. This is something that's recently fixed. I'm hoping to get this out in the next version of GraphPad. So now we can fill a connected series of Bezier curves simply by going into lines mode, grabbing the center purple dot for the Bezier curve, in sequence, going around the perimeter, hit fill, select our color, and hit fill. Now, since the area calculation is just a pixel counting mechanism, then what we could actually do is calculate the area as well. We would use the same methodology. We would actually connect the Bezier curve together, select the lines around the perimeter, and then hit calculate and calculate the area. And I'll demonstrate by doing that again. This over, grab the last line, calculate, calculate area. And we've calculated the area of this shape. Now, in curves mode, we also have a second type, which is a connected series of Bezier curves, which completely fills. And so what we can do now is we can create a shape. It will automatically connect the endpoints and fill it with a color. Lastly, we have a line straightening feature which is built into curves. And this is what was originally referred to as the sketch mode. And what we can do is as we draw lines, it will automatically attempt to straighten them. And we see in this case it actually didn't quite line up. But you can see this is actually this is actually a very fast way of sketching out some geometry. Now there's disadvantages to this. One is that it's not particularly accurate, and so if you're trying to draw an accurate dimensional drawing, this is not useful. But in addition, it's unstable. So if you do a large drawing, at some point the algorithm breaks down and you'll get some corruption in there. So I try and recommend not using this feature very much. However, it is pretty useful and it's pretty slick, and so some people use it, find it helpful just doing quick sketches. And we'll demonstrate changing the interior. And that's my presentation on Bezier curves. Thank you very much.